How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Untold Odysseys by Findara, episode 7. Damn, we're already at 7. I like it. How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm good. Not too bad.
Alright. I've been told I need to speed things up. So, in an effort to speed things up, anybody got any announcements? Questions, comments, concerns, gripe, bitches, moans?
Nope.
I only have one question. How's the turkeys?
Still haven't seen them.
God damn it.
They're
I
gone.
need turkeys. So many turkeys.
I don't need turkeys shitting on my car forever.
I didn't say we needed turkey shit in our car. I just need turkeys. You know, I need to know that they're okay.
They're probably not. Especially because they've been shitting on people's cars.
Somebody probably. Yep.
All right. Well, fuck Spectrum. Let's go ahead and keep going. All right. We can kick things out. We can kick it up. If nobody's got anything, we'll roll right into it. Dev, actually, who hasn't done the recap yet?
I don't think I did, but I don't.
I did it.
Doug's like, I'm not doing the fucking recap. I'm not doing it. You want to do the recap, Static? Nope.
No.
All right, Dev, you want to do the recap? Actually, Lang, you get to do the recap.
I'm a very bad choice for it.
He missed it. Like he wasn't in.
Yeah. I can tell you the end, but I can't tell you anything before that.
Currently, we made it out of the mine. Where are we standing currently?
On a boat, motherfucker.
We're standing on top of on the deck of a boat.
Freedom's Run.
Freedom's Run, Rel's ship, made it out into that, and we're actually in one of the back quarters, as we've learned a very important crystal that has to do with moving the entire Limping Fox in, that Rel was supposed to get to the inn is missing, as some city officials were doing searches on every boat and ship, and they cleaned this one pretty thoroughly to the point where I, for plot reasons, could not stop them. And now we've collectively decided on going back to where they have this crystal and trying to perform some sort of heist to retrieve it. And
you said you were bad at doing a recap.
I can get the part I was in. I couldn't. These guys fought some bugs for money, which I don't think is happening, because that was a lie. But maybe it'll turn into money.
Anybody happen to have the name of the gentleman?
Look, I wrote it down.
Bozelli? The mine owner? Is that who you mean?
The mine owner, yep.
Bozelli.
Bozelli.
Bozelli. Bozelli. That's what I have written down.
There you go. The Bozellis.
And we'd all agreed to go check out the warehouse.
Yeah, we're going to scope it out.
We have not agreed to go inside said warehouse and try to steal stuff back.
Yeah, we gotta case the joint first.
Yeah.
You gotta case the joint first.
We gotta case the joint, but the intent is, if it's doable, go steal it. I would imagine either that or it's like, hey, that's a cool warehouse. Okay, moving on.
Nice.
We're gonna go see.
Yeah.
We're gonna go do some recon. After I've just met all these people too, so there'll probably be some.
I mean, it's your fault. The crystal's gone. So.
Yep.
Clearly your
Clearly.
100% your fault. The DM did not railroad you into this, but it is your fault.
I 100% didn't railroad your backstory into the campaign. Not at all.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. We're on a boat, not on a train track. The seas are open. Anyway.
Choo choo, motherfuckers. Choo choo. All right. I'm on a boat and it's going fast, and actually ain't going fast at all. It's currently docked.
Yeah, we can't leave. So,
all right.
That's all I got for a recap.
So, to pull you guys into where you are currently, long story short, you guys are actually currently still on said boat. You've got ahead and you've all taken your long rest. You've got some much needed sleep as you know, gotten the grime and the dirt and everything else off of you. So you guys are currently all actually relaxing, chillaxing in the cabin. Rel has actually gone ahead and sent Havdan with you all, just to kind of keep an eye on you, as it were. She's giving you the much more luxurious cabin. Whereas if you actually look right up over here, if you actually climb down, you'll go into the actual crew quarters. Havdan, on the side note of yours, they've moved a few beds into what used to be your bedroom, so...
As long as I still have a bed, like a hammock or something, I'm fine.
I mean, there is a bed in there with you, but you know, you're just kind of chilling out. But if you climb actually down those stairs, right, you'll actually go down into the crew's quarters. For those of you who do not know, actually, if you come out, go just to the north and then come back in, you'll actually hit Rel's quarters. Avon has not joined you guys. Avon actually has spent quite a bit of time with Rel, talking, recapping, and trying to plan out his next move along with Rel.
All right.
So you guys are free to go. Rel does want to, has given you information, Havdan, that she does want to talk to everybody prior to releasing you guys to move forward. She promised to answer any of their questions that they might have. But yeah,
Okay.
Floor's yours.
Can you unpause it?
I can, in fact. Pro DM.
Absolutely not.
Pro DM.
Bro. Well, you're all rested up now, yeah? Doing better?
Definitely.
That's good, that's good. You guys swam up, you especially, in full plate, swam up from the bottom of the port.
Yeah, don't ask questions.
No, I'm just impressed. I have a few questions though. So, how did you all meet Captain Rel?
I'm just gonna look at RJ and be like, so, you wanna tell him about that story of yours, huh? You're muted,
Okay.
Dread.
Yeah, Ruben, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody that story again?
Clarify, does Reuben have his ring on, or does like?
Yeah, I've got the
So he looks okay. Should we look over him?
You don't see the ears, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was searching for someone in the capital, and I ran into Rel there. She pointed me towards the Limping Fox Inn, but when the guards came knocking at the door, I bailed out the window. I didn't realize what kind of trouble I would get her in at the time. Kind of expected her to follow me, but also didn't realize that was a resistance base. So...
So does trouble
Yeah.
follow you?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Is that trouble still following you? Am I gonna? I'd like to. We're gonna be working together. I want to get to know all of you very briefly. I don't need a whole life story from everyone. What's your name again?
Trouble follows everybody.
I'm very familiar with that. It just depends how much trouble. So we'll go through introductions again real quick. My name's Havdan Erickson. Smuggler and bit of a fighter here and there with a few other tricks. Who are all of you, and what are you? Other than extreme swimming and having trouble follow you, who are the rest of you? If we're going to be working together, I want to know your names and roughly what you're capable of.
I'm Alan Stillwind. I am a paladin.
Okay, that's always good.
you're right. We are going to be working together. Suppose I should show you this. And I take the ring off, and kind of see that I am an elf. Mirrors are pointed, and yeah. But anyway,
that's a very handy ring.
Yeah. It's given to me by someone at the Resistance headquarters, actually. But yeah, I work for my government in now I look like an idiot. Was it Kingdom of Amaris? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where all the elves are.
I was a soldier.
Okay, what's your name?
Reuben.
Reuben, pleasure. What about the other two of you?
Sansa walks up and outstretches his hand. It's very damp, probably, because he was swimming.
Still damp.
You're
It
probably.
could be the next day.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I forgot about that.
Hopefully.
Are you taking his hand?
Yeah, I'll squeeze his hand.
So,
Give a firm handshake.
the moment you squeeze his hands, you realize that there's no skin there. You literally just hit bone.
Also, to clarify, he's not wearing his ring, just so you know.
So he's in like all the robes and stuff.
Mummy wraps.
Gives a good handshake back.
It's bony.
Need to eat some more there. What's your name, friend? Most people give their name before the handshake.
Sansa and Underson, pleasure to make your acquaintance. I don't really eat much anymore these days. But I'm just a simple farmer that's along for the ride with all of these fine folks.
So, what do you do then, simple farmers?
I'm pretty alright at medicine. Getting into small spaces, obviously.
Oh, well, it's always a bit handy there.
I've also been told by them apparently I can do magic, but I'm not quite so sure about that.
He's actually way shorter than you are as well,
Yeah.
by the way.
Well, magic's good. Figure that out. It could be really handy. And you, miss.
My name's Myra Nolly.
Myron or Meyer?
Meyer.
Couldn't quite hear you too well. That's on me, not you.
That's fair. Before I started wandering around with these guys, I ran a orphanage with Sansan.
You got wrapped up in this bit of adventuring, or did the orphanage burn down? Did it lose funding? Usually something bad happens to orphanages, and then people become adventurers.
There was something strange that attacked it. We're still not really sure what it was.
That hits the checklist, honestly.
And Sansan and I have both been experiencing strange things since.
Do you too have magical powers that you don't understand or believe you have?
Yeah, something like that.
I was honestly joking. I did not expect that two of you. Wow. Well, like I said with him, hold on, both of you have control. Like, you're not... I've had some time with sorcerers before, and I don't want to be turned into a plant again.
This moment, I'm gonna turn around and be like, yeah, you get a shot in the back with some blasts every now and then. Real fun.
Noted. Shots in the back I could deal with. Transfiguration, not so much.
I haven't done that yet.
What, you don't want to be a threat?
You realize that's not reassuring when you say yet.
Yes.
It's honest, but it's not reassuring. Okay.
I would rather be honest than misleading.
I suppose. Anyway. Well, it seems we're going to be working together, and now I know that there are two potentially volatile magical individuals with us. And an elf that draws attention, but I hope that ring helps.
It has. While we're talking, Shirlene kind of comes out of the blanket, realizing I'm not there, and comes scampering up. Hey, girl! I pick her up and put her on my shoulders.
And you have
This
a
is
small.
Shirlene. She's a storm dragon.
It's very small for a dragon.
I know. She's still young.
Fair enough. Well,
I want a pet dragon.
we all want nice things, don't we? Well, now that you're all rested, Captain Rel, I know she wants to speak with us before we go out to case the joint that took this crystal. While I couldn't stop them, I sent old Smells and Jackhawk out to trail the lads. It got collected by some man, Hakon or Hakon or something. He's some sort of tax collector in town, but he certain reputation with it that's not great. Maybe Captain Rel will know more. But I know my ways around cities a bit. Experience. Aside from getting captured, I do have a bit of a good run of smuggling things in and out. This is just cleaning up a mess. But if you're all ready to go, we can go meet with the captain.
I'm gonna go.
All right.
I'll knock on the door before I just barge in.
Hold on, you gotta wait for everybody else. But as you're starting to walk, I need a perception check, actually, from Reuben there.
Oh yeah. Before we head out, Habdan would probably not gesture at Reuben to put his ring back on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good idea. Put that back on.
Yeah, there's only one problem with that.
I didn't do it before I left the room.
You walked out the door.
That's fair.
And even with that 11, you're gonna get it. You recognize the two gentlemen that you're currently walking past as being the two gentlemen from the bar, if you can remember back to your background episode. The two gentlemen just to your left.
So it's like as we are walking out the door outside, Habdan turns back. It's like, oh, you need to put that shit back on, probably. And then this happens.
Have fun.
Yep.
You kind of see them whispering at each other ever so much. Unfortunately, with that 11, you can't hear what they're saying. But you recognize the two with that 10, and they've looked dead at you, and they've looked back and started talking to one another in hushed tones.
That's funny.
But yeah, you should get that back on, lad. And
Yeah, it's back on now. Hello again. Sorry about the bar. Didn't quite realize what was going on there at the time.
So you're saying it is you?
It is.
You know how much trouble you caused? Do you know how much trouble you caused Rel?
Oh, yeah. She's filled me in, and got a good punch.
You know, you cost every one of us a good deal of money by this little incident you decided to pull.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
So What's wrong with this picture? And this is DM, right? So you've walked out, you're easily recognizable, right? And then you put the ring on and given your secret identity away. Right? So all right, well, I'm sure the captain will figure out one way or another for you to pay us all back.
Dread, do I know these two guys?
Oh, 100%. You're fully aware. So, Kale is the one on the top there, and Flynn is the one on the bottom. And so Kale is kind of like one step underneath you, and Flynn is just kind of the one of the go-to guys to get shit done on your ship.
Hey, lads, look. It's getting worked out. Rel's having him do it now. Everyone will get paid back afterwards. Things will smooth out. We got priorities right now to get things taken care of, okay? And he's coming out with me to help get those things done. So he's working on it. Let's ease up. Things will go smoothly. We're all in this together. All right?
Understood, sir. Just as long as I get my winches and my booze.
Wenches and booze and rum and ale and more wenches and rest. You're gonna need rest, but don't worry. Just ease up on him a bit. He's all, again, he seems like he's in on it and willing to make up for it.
All four of you can actually give me a perception check, with the exception of Alan, who is currently all the way up there knocking on a door.
Is it perception?
Yeah, it'll be a perception check.
Yeah, out of character. The ring only changes my ears, right?
It gives you a base human design. So your features will change ever so slightly.
Like
enough to mimic more human.
Oh, okay.
Shorter ears, taller person, whatever it may be. You're kind of a nondescript human character. I would think that elves would have probably better skin and
fairer features
than humans, right? Fairer features than normal humans, right? So it's more mimicked. With that 17, you'll pick it up, Reuben. Nobody else will. Meyer has stepped out with her fair features and white hair at this point. And they've kind of ignored you a little bit, and Kale's just gonna kind of just elbow Flynn a little bit. Speaking of winches. You're just gonna kind of see him like both just stand up a little straighter. They kind of puff out their chest. So you see that, Reuben, but nobody else really does.
All right. Well, hey, let's go see the captain like we're supposed to. Get work underway.
So as Havdan kind of walks away, they're going to turn back and look at you, Reuben, before you've actually walked. You will pay us back, boy.
Yeah, I'm working on it, but I kind of gesture where Meyer can't see, but I'm kind of pointing behind me at her. And I wouldn't recommend that, man. She's spoken for, I believe.
You just see two men puffed out chests.
Just being all like, hey, what's up?
So. All right. So you said you were knocking on the door,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's open. So as you stream into this room, again, it's definitely the captain's quarters. You'll actually find Avon sitting at the table along with Rel. They're both having a kind of a what you would think of a captain's breakfast, right? Much more elegant than anything else that you've really seen coming out of this ship. I'm glad that you are all here. Well, everyone except... Where's that girl?
I think she got lost.
I think she got lost too.
In here.
Dan, if you will, please shut the door.
Aye.
You can just click on the door, it'll close.
There we go.
I promised all of you answers. Hopefully you have some questions. And if you don't, well, off with it then. You've got crystals to find. This is your time to ask questions, get answers, explore a little lore if she happens to know it. She is more than open in telling any of you anything that you would like to know. Now is kind of your time. I promised you that we would do this last session, so we're doing this.
What do you know about the tax collector?
Hakon.
That-
Hakon.
Hakon or Hakon?
Hakon. Well, Hakon hasn't been around the slums very long, but it appears, as she kind of looks over Havden, it appears that he's taken everything off the ship. Now, Havden, you actually, this would be a time to kind of give a little bit more of the knowledge from what you know. As Rel doesn't currently know, or other than Hakon is fairly new to this general area and this general region.
I didn't know if she knew more.
No.
Well, I sent some of the lads out, Smells and, hold on. Scratching my head. Smells and Hawk, Jack Hawk out, since I couldn't leave the ship. And Habdan will turn to address everyone. Ezreal said he's newer to the area, and he's been a lot of them know him as the tax collector. He comes in collecting taxes, and he's been focusing more on the poorer families, the ones that can't afford to pay their taxes, and been strong-arming them, but putting the squeeze on them some, to the point where they offer, and he suggests, or they offer to pay in non-traditional means, sometimes with a family member to pay off the debt, and they go in debtors' prisons. And he has a bit of unsavory tastes, from my understandings. He's made quite a form of income for himself with this. As far as we can tell, he is an official tax collector. He is with the law in the city. He's got a warehouse that he stores everything in that I was hoping we could all go and case before just trying to kick the doors open. Don't know what his security's like, and apparently he keeps a couple of guards with him and has a big pet dog or wolf, something with fur and teeth that's very unpleasant.
So little DM more knowledge. So I did write to him some of the stuff that he would actually know previously.
I don't think I missed anything.
No, you didn't. So I just want to make sure that they kind of understand. Hakan at this point is very well known to be kind of the scheming tax collector, right? He comes in, basically milks everybody for anything that they're worth. Everything is taxable upon his say, whatever that may be. And if you can't pay, well, we'll just take this family member, and they're just never seen again, right? So he definitely in town has a reputation for being that kind of scheming piece of crap, right? And that's about as far in as we'll go for that. My way to get out of disclaimers at the beginning of stream. Right. But yeah, what you said is definitely all 100% true.
How big is this crystal we're looking for?
Well,
Speaking of this crystal, she's gonna kind of give you the about a foot, right? She just kind of throws her hands up about a foot or so. It's not as large as you may think, but I wouldn't recommend touching it with your bare hands. It should be still in a box, but we were told never to touch it. I have no idea why, but the gatekeeper definitely has said, do not touch it.
magic.
So we have some people in this room who are known for touching things they shouldn't.
She kind of turns and looks over at Sanson. Yes, this necklace.
I thought it was just fashion statement.
Oh, it is very cursed.
It was one fucking thing. I didn't even remember picking it up. It's not my fault.
I'll try to avoid any papers.
Yeah, I was talking about that.
It should be in a small chest. I wouldn't call it ornate. I would say that the chest is at best nondescript. We didn't want anybody to be able to take it. They may not even be able to know what's inside of it.
Can't remember. Can they open it without breaking it?
They should not be able to open it. I'm not saying that it's impossible to open, just that it should not open so easily.
Okay, so it's very difficult to open.
It is very difficult to open. It is. Think of like those puzzle locks, right? Where you got to do all kinds of shit in a sequence to be able to open it. You'll know off the bottom left corner there will be an eye.
Like
Just
an
a
eye?
Yeah, just a symbol. Like think the oval with the squeezed at either end and kind of a pupil in the center, an eye.
Okay, just checking if you meant the organ or the letter.
Nah, the organ.
Okay.
I have been given permission, however, to answer the questions that I'm sure at least some of you have. The resistance is... Well, you've helped me. She's gonna kind of point over at Avon, and he says that we can trust you.
This is your time, new friends.
What do you want to know? Nobody wants to know anything.
What happened to what's your face's husband?
Who is... What's her face?
Forgot her name. You know who I'm talking about.
I do!
You know
Rel
exactly
doesn't know
who
who
I'm
you're talking about.
The captain looks very confused, and I am too.
Well, you know exactly who I'm talking about and whose husband I'm talking about.
Mayor Castellanter's husband.
No, not that one. She's in charge of... What?
Castellanter? As she just gotta...
No,
Are you talking about the town that my brother resides in?
No. Talking about at the end. The Leaping Fox Inn.
The Limping Fox Inn.
Yeah, Limping.
And it's Helga.
Helga, yeah.
I believe Helga should be able to give you the full story. That is not my place. However, I will tell you, he's not as far away as everyone believes.
Makes sense why she's not out looking for him.
She knows exactly where he's at.
A real
She will
fucking
never-
quick
she will
question. Who the fuck are you talking about? Who is he?
Helga.
No! You... No. So he's just gonna fucking facepalm, shake his head.
I'm the only one that knows the part, okay?
Someone's husband.
Told this.
Pay attention to the context clues in the conversation.
You at least know when she said Helga. You guys would at least remember that the owner of the Limping Fox Inn is currently Helga. She had never had a conversation with you about her husband missing, but previously she had that conversation with Alan.
Right.
And
Sandra just has no context to what they're talking about, so he's just like, "The fuck are you guys talking about?"
you can tell him if you want, Alan. If not, Rel is basically saying that it's up to them. Well, realistically, it's up to her to give that story. It's not her place.
We'll get to it later. Just wanted to see if I can get any more information on him.
He, at one point, was more than the cook. No one had been able to match some of his magical proficiencies.
So it's magical.
And being a
magical
as she she takes another drink of her morning beverage, and being a half orc, well, that's kind of unheard of.
Yeah, that is true.
He was a very special man.
Alright, let's change
But if you would like to know more, I would definitely say talk to Helga.
Alright.
She normally doesn't like to talk about it, but I believe that she will trust you after after Sire has said that we can trust all of you.
Can you tell us more about this gatekeeper guy? And where we can find him? And somebody decided to play with the necklace.
Oh my fucking god, I'm never gonna live this one down, am I?
And she's just gonna turn and look over you, Sanson. You'd be lucky to be alive at all.
I mean, technically you're not living, so...
He looks like he's about to say something, and then he doesn't have a tongue, but he bites it.
She's gonna turn back and look towards the rest of you.
Havdin's confused at that exchange. Like the raised eyebrow, but meh.
The gatekeeper, well, we used to call him a planeswalker. He has the magical talents to make things shift from one area to the next upon his command. And that crystal that you're looking for is what will actuate the Limping Fox Inn to be able to shift away from this place. And if someone hadn't lost it...
We can sit here and keep pointing blame and trying to dig things in, or we can be productive and solve things.
Dread, I was gonna ask you, because Brian's brain is dumb, what... Can you message me what I saw when I was reading her thoughts? Because I know there's something in the basement of the Limping.
Yeah, there is something in the basement.
No, from the only your character would only your
That's
character
why
would know.
I haven't put anything two to two together, but I'm pretty sure I know what's
The
in
only
there.
thing that you would know is there's a half orc in the basement, not looking so hot and tied up to some fucking random shit, bro.
Got it. God.
Right.
Yup.
So Captain, we need to get this crystal so you can move your resistance in. Where are we moving it to?
Well, Haven and I were discussing that, but I believe once the word gets back to Helga that, well, the true king is alive. I'm not the true king, damn it. I was barely the prince. I never actually got the... My brother took everything away from me. As Haven just kind of argues and just... This isn't my spot. As Rel comes back. Well, we will discuss that later. In the meantime, it is much too important for any of you to not have this crystal found and to not get away. But going back to your original question, of who this gatekeeper is. The gatekeeper, while able to planeswalk and shift, has more magical knowledge than, well, anyone. And she's gonna kind of point towards Reuven there. And is like that one.
Aha.
Makes sense.
Now, as far as being able to get to him, well, he can invite you, or you'll never find him.
How did you contact him?
So she's gonna kind of tell you this little story of when you guys went to go pick up some stuff, and she left you on this boat to go somewhere, right? She's gonna kind of give you this recap of not that long ago, right? But like we'll say 2 trips ago, right? Well, when I left, I know I didn't tell you where I was going, but not too far from there is a magic circle on top of a hill. And it's said that at night, if he wants you, or wants to invite you to his area, if you stand on that circle, the legends are true. It'll bring you to him, wherever that may be. I believe it may be somewhere up in the mountains. I'm not quite sure what mountains or where, but it was incredibly cold. And I don't believe that there was any other living creatures anywhere near.
So you just went to the circle hoping he would like you, if assuming he's never met you or knows who you are?
I was told to go. I'm pretty sure he was expecting me, because it did not take me any time whatsoever. The moment that I stepped there, I was in his domain.
And where was this circle at that you walked into?
All in due time, my friend. All in due time.
Right. Well, let's get this crystal. And did you have anything else you wanted to talk to us before we went out to try to clean up the mess? My mess, since you're so keen on meddling.
Well, it's not quite just your mess, but yes, you will be helping them out. And if I had to blame anyone, she's just gonna point over at Reuven.
No. You were very keen on blaming me yesterday. I'll shoulder that. I'm small, but I got broad shoulders.
Well,
Anyway.
the two of you can carry that weight together.
Like plot armor or something.
It's not plot armor. It's not plot armor. She's just blaming things because obviously it's not her fault.
Let's go. Alright. I'm ready to go see what this warehouse looks like and see if it's even feasible to get inside.
Most things are pregnable. If not, then we could go see if this gatekeeper wants us there, because that was one of our other options.
Does anybody have any other questions about anything that's happened that she may know the answers to before you leave?
Rel, would you mind filling me in on the resistance? How long have you guys been around, and how far does your reach spread?
Well, it's been it's been at least the past 20 years. As she kind of looks over at Avon. Since his death, or not so death.
It's still even if it's advertised as a death, you count it.
Well, at least he's back now. But we've never believed that this king should never have ruled. We don't believe that any of what he would define as the lesser kind should be ruled over. The Linty, or the last king, we believe in his way. Everyone should be able to live and let live. We don't believe the stories, and it's been a bit too convenient that everyone has disappeared. Everyone calls this God, what's the word? God damn it. Now this is Damien, this isn't real. What's the word? conspiracy theorists. Everyone believed that we were into conspiracies, but we knew the truth. And as things happen, we've learned more and more about the true state of affairs. Now, as far as our reach is wide enough to know that you were within our city walls long before you knew that we were here. She's just kind of look at you like, what else do you want to...
When you say disappeared, what do you mean?
Well, there may be we'll just call it rumors for now. There may be a private area where certain high-ranking officials seem to have disappeared. We have reports that they may be living there, and they may happen to be fighting. And Static, for you remember that campaign way back when?
Yeah.
Yeah, that links into this.
Oh god, do you think I have a memory of that?
That prison that you played way back when, and they were fighting in the arena?
Yep.
You guys never actually got through there, or never got through much of that, but that's the prison that they're actually talking about.
Okay.
It all linked. I told you that was like the prequel to a campaign. That's what this is.
Gotcha.
And it seems one of the more of I gotta actually look up the names. Lady Dran. You're definitely gonna recognize that one. Lady Dran, Lady K, and Locktear Barrowfall may be stuck on that island.
That's just Static, not Meyer.
No. She's saying that name to all of you.
Oh, Rel
for
said
those. Yeah, Rel saying that to all of you. Very specifically, one of you has been looking for information on this. And it seems she may have a little tidbit.
Can you say the names again?
So it's Lady Dran, or Auspicia Dran, also known as Lady Dran. Well, Ruben, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. If you want to tell them who that is, I'll move on to the next one.
All right, Lady Dran was one of the leaders of the elf people. She came over as an ambassador for the king's burial and was with the prince when he died, and
hasn't been seen since.
Yeah, hasn't been seen since.
And has been basically she's the reason the king, or the particular person that the king, one of three that the king has blamed for not only killing the original king but the prince as well. That basically the three other races had come together, poisoned the king, and then killed the other king in an attempt to basically overthrow all of Alinthi. Which is how he's gotten everybody or all the humans on his side.
Okay.
So Auspicia Dran was the elven representative. Lady K is the Tabaxi representative. And Locktear Barrowfall is the brother of the king of dwarves. So, Ameris, Kissfire, and the Avingdon province all represented during during Avon's death, basically. And Avon will let you know at this point that he made a deal with his brother to give himself up to make sure that they were still living.
Do we know where the island's at?
We're still searching. We don't know exactly where the island is.
One step at a time.
What was the island called again?
They don't have a name for the island. They just know that there's a
You-
prison. There's a prison that they believe is on an island, and basically they're made to fight each other, or they're like it's a very, very well guarded secret that only the top people inside of the Alinthi know about, and it's very well guarded secret.
It is possible.
Well enough that they would know that the spy from the Kingdom of Ameris is around, but they don't know where the hell this island is.
Might not even be an island. It's just rumors. It sounds like at this point.
So they do know I'm a spy, though.
Oh yeah, they 100% know that you're working for the Kingdom of Ameris. They knew that you were there before you even knew that these people existed.
All right. Well, that was a good deal you worked out then, Your Grace. I'm not good at this. But you don't seem keen on it, so I'm just... Sir? Is Sir good?
Just call me Avon.
Avon.
There's...
Good.
I'm no longer royalty, if you haven't noticed. I'm hiding in a ship. As Rel just kind of gives over and like looks over and gives this scowl, like, what do you got to say about my ship?
Yeah, well, we're in close quarters, so I didn't know if you still held on to that, but clearly you don't like it, so I'll go with Avon. Avon, that was a good deal you did. A very risky move, I would say, but sounds like it might have paid off, so good on you.
It cost me my life at least once.
It didn't stick. It didn't stick.
Yeah, well. Heliod himself has granted me... Or no, sorry. Heliod was you guys. Colothus was her. Sorry, right? Yeah, Heliod was you guys.
I don't know,
Or
it's your
was
story.
Static. I had to think about it. Static. Heliod was yours, and Colothus was his. So yeah.
All right.
Colothus did bring me back. Deemed it necessary to bring me back to bring balance back to the Alinthi.
Well, here's hoping. Now, first step, let's go find a rock.
Sounds like a
All
plan.
right. I guess we'll go find this tavern and look at it. And as I walk out, I'm gonna look over at him and be like, I'm still not kneeling to you, even if you do become king. As I walk out.
He's just gotta kind of whatever. He doesn't care. His mind has changed enough.
At least he's talking to us
having
now,
one
Alvin.
epiphany after the next.
Yeah, at least he's talking. At least he's telling us
Not
things now.
following us.
Not trying to sneakily follow us from behind.
So you guys are walking off the ship.
As I go to
Yeah.
leave, I'm gonna look over at Avon and thank you, Avon, for trying to protect Lady Dran.
Well, it was my idiot brother that is causing all of this, so family does have to clean up after themselves, it seems.
On the way out, Havdan's gonna lean over towards Sanson a little bit and kind of like to whisper is like, so what was that comment about? Are you like, I felt you say you don't eat. I felt your hand. There's comment in there.
He's just gonna like look up to him, and he's gonna hear in his head as he kind of like pulls down like where his eye would be at, because he's got like mummy ramps on, and you can just see like bone. He's just gonna hear, "I have apparently died and come back."
I guess yours didn't quite stick either then. That's not contagious, is it?
I'm unsure of that, but no one I've been traveling with has seemed to be affected by it so far.
Well, I try not to judge. I've met a lot of interesting folks in my line of work. But good to know. And like lag behind awkwardly a little bit behind, like
He's also gonna hear as he's kind of like lagging behind. If it makes you uncomfortable, I also have one of those rings like Reuven does.
it'll be more handy than anything. I'm processing right now. Please, and also please stop with the for just a minute.
So you being as short as you are,
Which one of us short people is that directed at?
well, you're 5 foot something. You're at least passable for humans.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. And you're about to walk off of this boat into the Alinthi slum capital.
Yep, I'm gonna put the ring on before we get off the boat.
I think I'm the only
Before I
human.
just have to start throwing guards at you and everything else.
Hold on, real quick. Back up to the door. Rivet, ring.
It's on.
So you guys are headed off the ship here.
Yeah, we're headed off to go see what this warehouse looks like and scope it out.
So as you guys get off of this boat here, there is Havden, you would know this before they would, but basically Smells is currently standing off the ship. Smells is known as Smells because Smells is a drunkard if there ever was one. Doesn't shower, smells like the bottom of a barrel all the time. So he's earned himself the nickname Smells. However, Jack Hawk up here, Jack Hawk is definitely not a trademark off of Jack Sparrow or anything. He's much more knowledgeable in being able to get things done on the quiet side. Even if he is a bit eccentric at times.
Welcome by. Smells. Good work. Thanks.
Smells is a good word for it. You're right.
Yeah, if you want to roll me perception checks, you're definitely gonna know.
I don't think I need to roll it.
I know
He
better.
smells.
I have my passive perception's too good. I already know.
So, Jack is actually going to kind of stop you guys as you guys are actually walking along.
Yeah, I was going up to him.
Sir, as he gets closer, there are a few guards still around. However, the path should be clear if you do want to go take a look at the old merchant's house.
Is it at his house or does he keep it at his house or in some sort of warehouse?
So everything that has been taken from anybody, all seems to go back to the house.
Back to
And
his house.
nothing ever comes in, nothing ever goes out, but it is the old merchant's house. So the old merchant's house, he can kind of give you guys a little bit of the background story, but the old merchant's house, the tax collector started basically just taxing the shit out of this merchant on every little thing until he couldn't afford it anymore and then took his house. And now lives there. So it's
Right.
kind of ostentatious for the slums by any means. You guys are on the side of Alinthi that is known as the slums, right? So there's relatively poor people, kind of the downtrodden, as it were. Well, the path should be clear. However, I was able to see him leave this morning. I'm sure he's going out to go collect something.
That'll give us time to go. We're going to case the place. Thanks, Jack, is always good. I'd say keep watch here for now. Captain's back on the boat. This ship.
Alright, sir.
How stingy are the guards being? Because it's not illegal to walk the docks or the streets, last I knew. But how, their mood, they okay? They being extra assholes today, or no?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't exactly look one in the eye, but they have let Smells come to and go to from the bar on a normal basis.
So we'll be okay, but thank you.
No problem, sir. You let me know if you need something.
Will do. It's either you or John Swallows. I'd rather have Jack Hawk around.
I appreciate that, sir.
Give him a friendly, little punch tap on the arm as we walk by.
As we are now creating a character named John Swallows. It's 100% gonna happen. All right, so what are you guys doing as far as? What are you guys doing?
I'm following him to get to this place.
Yep.
Look.
Gonna
how
go.
large
kinda-
it is.
Gonna go
Kind of
track
giving you
it.
directions. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, sorry about that. Yeah, with Jack's instructions, like directions, and what we've been in port for a while now, right?
Yeah. Everyone's been able to leave the ship except for you.
Have I been here before though?
You've probably been here before.
Okay, so like taking mostly the main streets, and if there is a problem, like cutting through an alley once in a while, but for the most part, staying on the main streets unless we're like there's a big obstacle. And Havdan's walking out, and he's got his this morning. One thing I forgot to mention, aside from just like his shorter blade and a few daggers, he's got like a nice round shield that he's got strapped up to his arm. Little like kind of like a buckler.
I'd like to, while we're going through town, pass off the knowledge I've gained about the prison and Lady Dran and the Resistance, so that it gets back to the Kingdom of Amaris government. Let them know.
Alright. That may take a little while, but we'll say that you're kind of working that on your off time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it may take a good little while. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything else other than go straight there?
No, just go straight there.
Yeah, just kind of surveying the town as we walk through it.
Who's leading you guys?
I think I am.
I believe.
Havdan. All right, Havdan. Give me a survival roll to be able to follow these directions, boss.
Okay. In a city, even? Okay.
I mean, it's easy to get lost inside of a city for sure, especially in slums where just shit's everywhere.
It's an 8.
All right. So, you find yourself in the marketplace. You do not find yourself at the tax collector's residence. So as you're kind of going through, you know, I say marketplace, but to put it nicely, it's kind of a run-down area with pieces of cloth that they're trying to pass off as shirts, and you guys do start to attract some attention as most of you are in, well, at least one of you is in full armor. Another one is rather well dressed, even if it is traveler's clothes. You know, so you have started to attract some amount of attention. I'm not saying it's a lot, but there is a good amount of attention going on. As you are obviously more wealthy than most of the people in that area.
Can I take a moment to see through Thieves' Camp, like if there's markings for like gangs in the territory or something, to get a heads up for a watch for, like if this is somebody's turf?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. $25.
25 will definitely do it. Yep. Actually, with you walking through the city, you keep seeing a reoccurring marking on a very small portion on a lot of these stalls. It kind of looks like a snakehead grasping a dagger.
That's never good. Let's keep moving. I've been stuck on the ship for too long.
Does any of these stalls have food?
There are a few foods. There are a few areas with foods. I wouldn't say that it's the best produce by any means. There's probably some equivalent to stale breads, maybe some dried fish like cut. Right? Nothing Nothing necessarily appetizing, but definitely enough to get the job done.
I'll buy some stale bread.
So, how much of the stale bread are you looking for?
How much they got?
I mean, they got a few loaves there. Could be a day old, could be a week old, you know.
I'll buy all the bread.
So, you start talking about all this bread. You're just gonna hear. Are you sure? Give me a perception check.
While this is going on, have Dan's just like, he said this,
Fucking 7.
this street, right? That street?
So the 7, the woman that's selling it to you is definitely feeling a little edgy, right? But you haven't. She's not. You can't tell anything very specifically. She just kind of seems on edge, right? I guess a copper piece. Is that too much? A copper piece?
That's all you want for this bread?
Is that too much?
Not enough.
It's very rare that anyone's able to buy anything here.
What else does she have on her, like, stuff that she's selling?
That particular woman, it's just like that's all that she's
bread.
got. Like, there's other ones trying to get your attention. Like, picture like a shirt that it looks like it had either blood or some blood stains at one point in time and a hole in it that they're selling, right? You know, very, very rundown area. It's nothing's new. Nothing seems to be really worth it. But there's a lot of people trying to hawk something.
How malnourished do they look around here?
Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I'll give her 3 copper, and then I will start handing out the bread. While he's trying to figure out where the fuck he's going.
All right. Give me another perception check as you're passing out that
I already
bread.
know that I'm getting fucking seen anyways in this shiny ass
Oh, you're
armor.
100%. You're attracting a fuck ton of attention right now.
I'm gonna
That's fine.
give Elwin, like, let's see, how many do I have? 3 days worth of the trail rations that I'm carrying since I don't eat anyway. Just be like, here you go. They can hand these out to them too. They look pretty hungry.
So with that 23, you've attracted enough attention at this point. There are... You created a crowd. Like, a very, very good crowd. But you, with that 23, you do notice the crowd, like, towards the back is starting to part. Right, like think of a circle, and then one side just starts to part, like as someone is obviously making their way towards you.
Like, do I notice that they're like trying back, or they're actually being like shoved aside?
Oh no, they're getting the fuck out of the way. And like that gap is not closing.
Do we all notice that, or just...
So I would say you're trying to figure out where the hell you're going. Sanson, since you were sitting next to him, I would probably give you a perception check on that as well.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna try to give you advantage because I'm gonna start nodding that direction.
Okay.
Saying as we've been working together for a while.
Yeah. Roll advantage.
I just ask as my passive perception.
I would say for this one, I'm not necessarily taking a lot of passives into things.
13.
So you definitely see the crowd.
I will whisper under my
definitely see
breath
the
to him
crowd.
and be like, just keep an eye out. Something's coming.
He's just
Something or someone.
Meyer, what are you doing?
I was tagging along. The crowd is probably a bit uncomfortable for me, honestly. Is there areas to be not as crowded?
I mean, you could probably be up next to a stall and whatnot. The crowd is next to Sanson and Owen.
Yeah, we're
Like,
just
because they're
shuffle back
actively
away
passing out
from
food.
that.
Okay.
Could I be over with her, like asking her, like,
Yep.
sit this way or something, like trying to review and then keep an eye on Big Paladin
Yep.
Man?
Yep, you're fine with
Good
that. And then I would just say, Ruben, you're probably working. You've gotten some damn good information at this point. You're probably working to get that information out. However, that is right. All
I'll
right.
certainly make a
So, are
distraction
you
for you
doing
guys.
anything before these people reach you, or you just gonna kind of let them?
I'm just gonna let them come up to me. I mean, I'm gonna be on guard if they try to attack me, but
Gotcha. So what you actually see, so you see two guards flanking another man with a dog. And I call it a dog, but
Found
a
him.
very, very large dog. Very dark black fur. Making their way towards you. Every now and again, you can hear the snarl and a snap coming from this dog. Right. As it's leading the way as he's being flanked by these two other guards. And the moment that he actually reaches you, you hear a whistle. Dog sits, and the guy stands there. Well, it seems that we have new people in town. And where, pray tell, have you all come from? He's only looking at Sanson and Alwyn right now, since you're the only two currently standing in the middle of this.
Well, from around. And who might you be, fella? And look at your knight. You said he has like the big dog, right?
Does have a big dog.
Oh, and look at that kind-looking pooch you got there. What kind of dog is that?
That's just my dog.
Minor, I think we're
As he kind of just dismissively waves that question away. Well, I'm Hakon, and well, I'm here to make sure that everyone pays their taxes.
Oh, interesting.
Speaking of taxes, he's gonna kind of start eyeing both of you up. One of you is wearing the equivalent to rags. The other one is wearing a very ornate set of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of taxes, well, did you pay the entry fee to the markets? He's staring dead at you, like.
I didn't see any signs posted for an entry fee into the market.
As he just turns and looks around.
As I'm still handing out
Everyone
food.
should know that there's an entry fee to our market here.
I'm still gonna continue to hand out the food.
Hey, Dread. Do we notice this kind of exchange going on by now? Because this is a bit of a spectacle.
Yeah, I would expect you guys to know.
Can I sneak in through? Can I stealth hiding in the crowd and work my way closer?
Give me a stealth roll.
Havdan's gonna look at Myra and go, I'll be right back.
Okay.
20.
Don't get your hand bitten off.
Don't mind me, just watching.
You can't see that one, right?
No, we can't see it.
Oh, I see question marks.
Give me a second here.
Yep, I'm just moving through the crowd trying to sneak. No, I don't have like weapons out or anything. I'm just trying to be small.
Yep.
And get closer.
You feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Moving through the crowd. You're feeling good about it. His eyes are still focused on you as this is happening, right? Well, I will warn you, friend, as a favor. There's also a fee on passing out food.
Oh, there is.
There is.
As I continue to pass
We have
out
to
food.
make sure. What's up?
As I continue to pass out food.
We have to make sure that, well, these roads stay clean and Well, the buildings stay maintained. How else would we do that without taxes?
We're just gonna look around because this place looks like
I was
slum
actually gonna look
yeah,
around and say,
this list looks like, this dude's
so
definitely a
how are these
slumlord.
people going to? How are you keeping everything clean if you malnourish your citizens?
Yeah, I don't know if you're blind or something, fella, but I don't know if you've taken a look around, but this place looks like shit. No offense to y'all. He's
You
gonna,
seem
look
like
at
you
all-
eat a
all-
lot, but these guys don't seem to eat much at all.
I would watch your tone, boy.
I'm just being friendly. Friendly conversation.
As he gets another whistle, and that dog just fucking stands up. By the way, this dog, like I call it a dog, right? Like think
I'm
of a
imagining a
fucking
dire
Great
wolf.
Dane that's like
I'm
4.5
imagining
fucking
a
foot
dire
tall.
wolf.
Yeah, that's
As Myers just going, please don't start a fight, please don't start a fight, please don't start a fight.
Ellen's gonna get in his head. I really don't like this fucking prick.
You're just gonna see Alan nod.
So what'll it be then? What did you say your name was? Hekon?
God, this is gonna go south so fast. All right, hold on. Before you do that, what did you say previous, Dev?
What?
I said, what did you say previously?
I said, like, if he looks very nourished, while everybody else is very malnourished.
I told you to watch your tongue, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then what did you say, Brian? Sorry.
He had said that, I don't know if you're blind or something, but this place looks like shit, and he said no offense to all of, like, the people that are trying to sell their stuff. And then he asked him if his name was Hakan.
It is, and well, I would like to collect on these fees. You know, obviously, you're saying that they're not very well fed, and well, it looks like we will need to start a fund to make sure that they're fed. Do you want to continue to be the first to contribute?
Oh, I think we already are.
And who authorized you to pass out food? You know, I'm pretty sure that is against the law.
Oh, so it's against the law to feed people now.
Well, obviously, we don't know what you're giving them.
I bought this food directly from this vendor. Everybody here watch me do it.
By the way, FYI, little tidbit. In the United States, if you didn't know, it is illegal to feed groups of people without a license.
But this ain't the
I know.
United States.
I know. I'm just saying. Like
Actually,
because
it's not.
we're having this
You don't
conversation.
have to have a license. You have to have a health check, like a health order.
Health certificate.
That's part of the licensing processes and everything else. Like.
I've done
Like,
videos.
and I get it. I just it popped in my head as we were doing this.
vendor
That's
venues.
where it popped into my head.
I've done some vendor venues before, so we just have to have a health code for that kind of stuff.
And so going back, well, we have to make sure whatever you feed them is not poisonous, and well, we obviously have to check all of you out for this. Where did you say you came from again?
We're not from here.
Well, obviously you said that, and that's fairly obvious. As he looks back up and down. I do have things to attend to, so if you would kindly please. He's just gonna hold out his hand.
Why don't you tell us where your offices are? We'll drop it off. We're heading, trying to find, exploring the town anyway. We don't want to bother you, sir.
Or is there an exploration fee too?
Well, there's not an exploration fee, but I like where your head's at, young man. Now, he's just gonna kind of point. He's gonna kind of point to the northeast, right, towards the wall. So, what you guys will actually see, and what you guys would like, I didn't describe the city very well. So, the pier that you guys are actually at is known as the Slums Pier, right? It's there. It can't handle large galleons and things like that, but little what I would call smaller skiffs and smuggling boats, right? They can fit there, and normally they go there because there's not a lot of officials and all these things. This Hakon's kind of more of a recent thing. Best way to put that. However, right off of that, you have the actual slums, which is where you guys are currently in, right? Currently in the marketplace for. And then after that, there is a large wall separating all of Alinthi proper from the slums. So he's actually going to point at the wall itself. My house is right to the northeast. If you would really like, I'm sure we can arrange something for you to get a proper tour.
Oh, your house is your office. That's interesting.
Well, obviously there's not a lot of good places to live here, as you so elegantly put it yourself.
Well, that's a
how you're
shame.
collecting taxes to maintain everything.
We have to build up funds before we can make moves. Or are you so ignorant in money that you can't understand that fact?
So is this just one dude and his wolf trying to shake down these guys?
Not one dude as well.
He
He's got some
there's
guards.
two
He's
guys.
got some guards behind him as well.
He does have guards with him.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
They're not, are they like? Do they look like bodyguards, or do they look like town watch guards?
So they're acting like bodyguards, but they are fully dressed up in what you would know as
Like a uniform?
the uniform town. City, not town, city guards.
Yeah, city guard. Sorry.
Stop by a little bit later after we're done feeding people. I'll let you know how many people we fed.
He's still just holding his hand.
Would you like a
I
high five or
think
something?
I'm gonna reach out to shake his hand.
So he
I was gonna do the
actually
same thing.
going to just put his hand, like he's gonna drop his hand. Give me a dex saving throw, please.
For who?
Not good. 5. Let's go.
You have a plus 5. You have a plus 4 to that.
Oh yeah. So 9.
Yeah.
Still not great.
Is he striking him, or is it the dog attacking?
I need a DC 16 strength saving throw, and you will take 13 points worth of damage.
From what?
So somebody attacked.
Well,
I'm being
he got
assaulted.
a little close to this dog, and this dog just basically snapped at his ass.
Come see the violence inherent in the system.
No. It's a 5. Big 5 for my strength saving check.
Brian, you're in trouble. You're made of bones.
I know. I'm surprised this dog
you
hasn't
will-
sniffed me out.
With that one, it wasn't in that one, but it was with a 1. It will be enough
Well,
to
it's a-
knock you down. Hold on.
It's 5.
It will be enough to knock you down.
So if you had a 2, you would have been fine, Brian. See?
Well, either way, so you are technically prone at this point. So this dog has done little more than snap and push. Right? The piercing damage didn't actually come from his snapping. It came from the claws that he's actually, like... So it's a snap and just a like
And
kind
that
of
dog
stay
does
away,
that.
stay the fuck away from my master kind of deal.
After that dog does that, my eyes are actually going to start glowing a little bit, and I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, "You really do not want to do that."
Everybody can give me a perception check at this point.
Okay. I'm watching this, and I feel like I have to.
My app broke. 1 second.
Yeah, this is definitely going down south real quick.
I was just trying to be nice.
I have an idea,
Let's go.
but we're gonna wait and see.
I'll
Acrobatics.
take the nat 20 either way.
Oh, you roll that? Well, it's still in that 20.
Yeah, I'll take the nat 20 either way. All right. Meyer.
Meyer does a flip.
So I'm gonna let you choose what happens first. Number one, the streets are getting cleared very, very, very quickly.
Okay.
Number two, there are others, however, that with this nat 20 that you're seeing, that are on their way. It seems that it wasn't just 2 city guards. There were others who are now making their way towards this thing going on.
Excellent. All right.
And Hakon's not moving to attack any longer. It's just somebody got a little too close to him without permission. And that dog was not about to be having that. Or that wolf, as it were, was not about to be
going
having
for intimidation, by the way.
That's fine. I'm just giving perception before we move this any further. I'm just moving this a little bit more.
I have an idea, but I'm gonna wait my turn.
So, Static, I'm giving you with that nat 20 and having seen this, I'm giving you first option of anything that you want to do, and then we'll move back to the group.
Can she also see me in the crowds then with that?
Oh, there's no crowds anymore.
Well, okay.
Like, when I say that, like, people were dispersing, like, shit's about to hit the fan and no one wants to be anywhere mixed in with that whatsoever. So they are dipping the fuck out. By the way, you're not handing food out anymore because even, like, it doesn't matter how hungry they are, their fear has way more to do than that.
Okay, so I'm not hidden anymore then either. Interrupt Static.
No.
Well, she's still kind of like backed into one of like the stall kind of areas, trying not to be noticed. But when she sees like a number of guards and people rolling in, she's just gonna go, guys, might not want to get too confident.
I'm gonna, when the crowds disperse like that and seeing the bite and stuff, I want to come up angrily, but not at the city officials. I want to come up at Alwyn and Sanzin, wagging my finger at them and just being upset, but speaking in Dwarvish.
Are you sure you want to use that language?
That's a fair point. But I already said it.
Committed.
But I'm gonna
You're gonna get a word. You're gonna get like 1 or 2 words out. Is Dev? What are you stopping him?
No.
Are you letting him go?
So I'm coming up shouting in Dwarvish, saying stuff to them, and then turning back to the official and going, sorry, old habit. These 2 were supposed to be, I paid them to get me through here. I see there's a commotion, and I'm very upset with them for losing me for one. Here, here, call off your dog. We'll just be on our way. My apologies. This was going to go to them, and I'm gonna toss him a bag that has about 10 gold pieces in it. But so it's got a little bit of a lot. But
what were you?
What was I shouting?
No, what was your class?
Yeah, didn't do your money.
Yeah, we gotta roll for your gold.
I started as a rogue. I'm just going what it shows on my sheet.
No, that's fine. Do me a favor, roll 4d4s, please.
Okay. This will determine how much money I toss at it.
You had 120 gold.
Plus whatever my background gave me.
That is your background.
Okay, I'm just going with the sheet.
Yep. So override anything that you had to be 120.
Okay, I'm gonna toss him a bag with, I would say, I'd have it broken up. I'll toss him like a bag of 50.
Okay. That's a significant sum, especially in these in these parts.
Yeah, but it's all in the bag. Like I'm saying 50, so you know.
Yep. So so he'll catch the bag, and he'll just kind of like hand it back. He won't even look at it. He'll just hand it back. Or he kind of like he catches it. He kind of waits it just a little bit and hands it back. Right? He can feel that there's obviously some coins in there.
Yeah.
I would suggest that you keep your. And he's just gonna kind of eye you with your glowing ass eyes at this point. People on a shorter leash before they find themselves locked in the city dungeons. And with that, he's literally like, he's not even gonna wait. You just see the flutter, kind of like I picture him like in this freaking like trench coat, like old timey fucking tax collector trench coat. And he's just gonna like grab it and do one of those fucking twirls.
Oh, this guy's
right?
full douche. Got it.
Full douche, right?
And
he just kind of like turns and starts to walk off. So what you do recognize, however, and no one has to roll for this, he pointed to the northeast. He's currently going to the south.
Well,
interesting.
how far are they? They're far enough away. I want to look over at him and be like, well, now I know which direction we need to go.
Yep. Now let's get the fuck
How
out of here.
How far away did you wait until he got away? I know you said far enough away.
I waited for
a good while.
A good while till he's almost out of sight.
Yeah. Good job. Now we found him. We got some information. Let's get the fuck out of here. We don't need to be bellying up to him as much as he is a cunt.
He is, in fact, a douche.
No, I wouldn't have guessed.
I played that well.
You did.
I do play being a douche well.
I was trying my hardest not to like just open-handed slap the shit out of him in the very beginning of this, so I was trying to play.
I appreciate your. I could tell both of you were, well, mostly you were holding a lot in. And good. I'm glad you can keep a level head.
I don't know if going into his house would be a good idea. Seeing how much muscle he's got around him, and we didn't see it.
Meyer seemed to catch something wind of it.
I caught
It
wind
might
of
be a
what?
better idea to just go to the game master or the gatekeeper.
And hope that he's willing to let us in through his magic circle. Look,
Yep.
no theft is easy. There's no easy solution here. I see a chance with this. I don't see a chance with some grand wizard thing that may like us and listen. Otherwise, we sit on a hill twiddling our thumbs.
If the
I will
wizard
let you
knows,
guys discuss. I absolutely have to pee. I'm gonna let you guys discuss. I can hear, but
if the wizard knows the prince is alive, which he should know with all his powers they say he has, he'll know that he's with us. So he'll bring us there, and he'll know that the crystal got stolen.
It's not a sure thing, is all I'm saying.
And our lives isn't a sure thing to get through here either.
I still think we should take a look because he's headed the other direction. We might actually have a chance to get in and out a bit easier. Him and his guards went the other way.
Considering how much how well nourished he is versus everybody else, we know he's got fat purses, and we know that house is going to be locked up like a fortress.
Let's at least take a look.
Yeah, we got to take a look.
If we don't like it, we could go.
Yeah, you're giving up before we've even seen everything. Going into this, we knew it was going to be hard and guarded. We haven't even made it to the full recon yet. We've just met the man.
And some of the guards.
Yes. And we're not going to be exactly storming the gates either with it.
As I pick Sanson up and say he's already knocked Sanson down,
you
Well,
give up.
I'm all for going to this asshole's house. Fuck that dude. Like, the more we can take from him to help these people out, I'm all about it.
Well, we can go look, but need to convince me to go in.
You need to convince me that we can gamble on a wizard liking us, is my point.
Well, if we go in and die, the wizard's not gonna matter, will he?
We're not going to die. We put our lives first before anything else with this, and we're not doing this stupidly.
Also, it'll be fine. Just because the guards are guarding him don't mean that they like him.
True.
I mean, if they're getting paid, honestly.
Have none of you... I think I'm the only one here that's broken into somewhere I wasn't supposed to be without fighting my way through.
As I look at him, like, I'm a paladin, bro. We don't really break into houses. We usually fight our way through stuff.
Yeah.
And as I've told you before, I'm just a humble farmer, so this is all relatively new to me.
I literally ran an orphanage.
I understand.
About a month ago.
I understand all of this, but just the tone of giving up already before we've even attempted.
Well, I'm not giving up.
You sound like you are.
I seek a different option. We had 3 options.
Well, let's just go and check it out. If it's real bad, then we can go try our other options, right?
That was always the plan. We weren't hard set on this, but you wanted to change before we even attempted it. Anyway, let's go.
Okay, I want the bathroom.
All right. Okay. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to go ahead and go to the bathroom, it is 9 o'clock. It's 30 minutes before our normal break time, but if you guys would like to go ahead and do what you want to do, go for it.
The boys need their potty breaks.
I'm good.
I drank a shit ton of stuff and then proceeded to eat a full blizzard. And that milk was weighing on my bladder.
I'm gonna eat cheese.
I'm gonna sit here.
No, so yeah, no, I played a douche. Good stuff today.
If it wasn't clear, we know we're not supposed to like this man.
Yeah, if it wasn't clear,
I don't
he's most
think we're supposed to like
definitely
him.
at least some kind of evil, as far as alignments go.
No, I didn't pick that up.
Probably didn't pick.
Do you want to go meet him again? We get a second look at him.
As Myers like, oh, I think he's kind of hot.
Oh, Jesus. I wouldn't call him a portly man by any means, but never got a biscuits.
I want biscuits.
Yeah, I want some biscuits.
No, fuck you, man.
See what you did, God? You made us all want biscuits. So many biscuits. Oh, biscuits. Biscuits. By the way, I did not plan on any of this, like, at all. This is all just...
That is easily 40% of DMing.
Oh, I know you didn't plan on that. I also didn't even plan on getting stuck in a market for any length of time.
I really didn't. I was actually about to load in a map, just a blank map with just, like... Yeah.
You run and get you some biscuits? My bad, man.
Hey, you heard about the biscuits? Come say hi to everybody.
I've got a biscuit.
You got a... Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
So Jeff has apparently got a biscuits.
Did he bring enough for the stream?
Did you bring enough for everybody, Jeff?
Did you bring enough for everybody, Jeff?
No, like before when he was buying bread, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make another roll here in a minute.
Yeah, it just kind of spiraled out.
I mean it's like it's a real world where things are moving and happening.
Yep. All right, so it looks like everybody's back. All right, so it sounds like you guys are gonna take a look. You take it off setting, you're like, I'm out, bye. So you guys have headed out. You're standing near said area. Everybody can go ahead and give me perception checks. What I do need to know from you guys is how long you are sticking around.
I don't want to get too. I don't think we would get too close. Like,
I mean, you're in the slums. It's people are passing in front of that house all day long. So
yeah. But we're not like walking up to the front door like her.
Yep.
Like peeking in through the windows.
Yeah, I'm walking by. Just
We could probably
10, 13, 18, 15. All right.
not great.
Alvin and Reuben. So you guys are just kind of walking by a little bit. On your first pass with this, you can see a couple of guards. One just kind of hanging out in front of the house. So the way that this, I'll kind of give you a generalized layout, right? The way that this house is kind of built is it's a 2-story house. From what you can see, it's a 2-story house. The front entrance is actually on the side with the back facing the wall, right? So you would come in so that if you came in, right, you would see the wall that you're lining up against, right? You would come in and then obviously it would kind of drop to the side. So like if you were pulling in a carriage, right? You pull in the carriage, the cart, whatever it is, you would get into the cart yard, and then the house is kind of built over the top of that.
Okay.
And then you have whatever's on the first floor. From where you guys are walking, if you're just walking in front of the house, that is the only thing you're going to be able to see. Is that there's this entrance that comes in. There's a couple windows that may face the street, a couple other places. But as far as the number of guards that you can can only see one kind of hanging out, and he looks pretty bored, leaned up against a post. You know, it's guard duty for the slums. Like, who gives a shit?
Is this house built up against like a big wall, like the side of the castle wall?
It's the side. It's the wall that separates the slums from Alente proper. So yeah, it's a pretty damn good sized wall.
Does the house have a fence since it's a nicer house than the slums?
Nope, it's the slums. Ain't nobody got fences.
Yeah, just like I was saying, this one.
Yeah, nope, no fence, no nothing. It's open. For all intents and purposes, it's open.
With that house being 2 stories, is there like a shorter lower house? I mean, it's a slum, so they're probably all the buildings are packed together. Would we be able to get on top of one and be like able to get into the second story, assuming there's a window there or something?
Possible. Maybe you do see one window that you may be able to reach. It would take a pretty good pretty good either hop, skip, jump, whatever you want to call it. And there's no telling whether or not the window is going to be locked, unlocked. So it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's possible.
How? Like, this is a merchant's house, so it's nicer than the others, right?
I mean, it's still the slums, but yes. It's definitely well maintained compared to everything else.
That's more what I was looking for. So like it's a 2-story house and it's well maintained. We have the upper story.
You can kind of see like a wagon that's parked in there. You can actually see a horse as well. And directly in front, you can see. So, like, if you walked in directly in front, there would be stairs and then a horse, like from where you guys are walking.
If that window that Reuven was talking about, is that facing the street or would that be facing the side?
It's on the side.
Okay.
Is there anything else on that side other than that side, like across from it, like another house building?
Let me try to do this. This may be, you guys are all on this map. Let me see if I can't do this for you.
Give us some measurement, some scope.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. It's gonna probably be a pretty crappy drawing.
That's
right. But I'll do what I can for you. Art class. Woo! There we go. So like if say this whole thing was the actual house.
Let's go.
Hard time. Okay. Say that whole thing was the house, right? You can't see anything what's here, right? But what you can see is that at least underneath, you're walking up underneath here, right? And this is kind of the passageway. You can see a stable, right? And at least one horse that's sitting right here.
And this would be the street.
And this would be the street that you guys are kind of walking through, right? And then back here would be that big ass wall, right? So you do have a couple crappy houses, either side, right? But what you can see is that there is at least some stairs right there, right? That go up into the house at least. You can't, from where you're at, you can't see what's over here. What you can see a hint of is there is a cart kind of parked in front of that horse.
And there's a front door with one guard right at the...
What you actually see is this, I'd say he'd probably be leaning like right around here, give or take. Just kind of leaned up against the post. Looks bored out of his mind.
But there's no like, that is effectively the front door. There's no door here.
There is no other door, no.
Oh, that we can see, okay.
That you can see.
So this is basically a pathway down just to his house. Whole area.
This would be the pathway into his house.
So this is the street.
This is just kind of the space in between houses.
It's empty space.
Empty.
So there's no
I wouldn't
house.
even call it empty space.
There's
I
no
wouldn't call it
technical-
empty space. It'd be like a very small amount of space, kind of like what you'd expect in the slum.
Or either way.
So from what he was asking, could you, there is enough space where you couldn't just stand from one to the other and kind of lean over. Like you would have to jump over. And you do not see any windows on the first floor, but on the second floor, right? If you were on the second floor, you would at least see one window right here, right? And another one a little bit further back. And that's pretty much it as far as windows goes. This place wasn't meant for a view by any means, so like the windows are kind of like that stained glass to have some light in, but not necessarily windows.
Following Reuven's glance, does Reuven have a bow on him? That I would see. So, do you think if we were able to get up, if we tied rope to an arrow, you could shoot it and it would be secure enough, or do you think there's not enough poundage on your bow? For someone,
I could shoot it, but this being the slums, I don't know how well the wall's gonna hold.
Fair,
Or
but
how
there's
much noise it's gonna make.
That's another good point. That's why you run a diversion. A building this size.
Done well in the past for us.
The diversion was great. The stealth was questionable.
You're all a very negative lot, aren't you?
I'm just trying to live here, okay? Just trying to live.
Everybody give me perception checks, please. As you guys have kind of walked to and from, you guys are kind of monitoring this house. I'm not saying stealth checks or anything. Nobody's really paying much attention
I've
to you.
walked around the corner already.
So I want a perception check from everybody, please.
We got raided.
We got raided. I didn't do
We
it.
got raided.
We done been raided.
How's it going, buddies?
Proper.
Let's go.
All right, what do we got here? Perception wise.
I'm around the corner, so I don't see shit.
Did everybody give me? Nobody gave me perception checks yet.
You
I
did?
didn't see any.
Yeah, we got
I'm glad you guys
19,
can see 'em.
18, 10, and 22 so far.
I'm reloading my my phone.
We're
I did
all
not.
offended, like,
DM
excuse
didn't
me?
see jack stuff. There we go. Look at
We're
that.
on screen, you know.
19.
I don't have that set up yet.
Ruben, what's up?
I was talking to Burner.
Okay. All right. So Yeah, I don't have that set up. Sorry, bud. I did
Don't
not
work on
proceed
that.
the raid by any means. All right, getting back to it. With that 19, actually, Ruben with that 22. Okay. Havden, Meyer, and Ruben, all of you actually see a woman. Currently, looks to be a younger girl, right? Sometime maybe late teens. Tears running down her face, following the tax collector, following Hakon and the guards. While you see a elderly woman currently kind of screaming, "Not her, not her."
So they're already like coming back.
They're on their way back currently with this woman.
Damn it, Dread.
We need to break away. He can't spot us staying here after the commotion you two had with him.
I'm already around the
Myself,
corner.
right?
I'm already around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we need to keep moving.
Yep.
He'll move along the corner with Alwyn and keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna dip for now. What do you guys think? Should we come back tonight?
Night would always be better because it's less visible. But night means he's home and more guarded.
You're gonna. Just because I can. Jack Hawk is gonna all of a sudden just kind of appear next to you, right? As the night happens, this place does die down, and there doesn't seem to be much movement to and from. Almost like this place is empty.
He was going
It's
to
so
a different-
quiet.
He was going to a different place. I think this is a front. The more I see it now too.
But as far as we know, this is where everything was taken, right?
Everything was taken from the ship. He does take things, but he must have a second location. Unless that, or he's got a hell of a basement.
It is possible. There has been a lot of things going into this building, but nothing ever seems to leave.
So that means there is an underground that he's got set up. So it could be anywhere. Any of the stuff that was on that ship could be anywhere in the city, or even not in the city anymore. At least the gatekeeper, we have somewhat of a chance. But
Let's go to the gatekeeper then.
I mean,
Let's abandon this and let this man keep doing his stuff and go.
Oh, I'm not saying we won't come back and take care of it. Because you bet your ass I'm going to after what he's done. But this is not the right time to do that. We have bigger issues like the limping fox inn getting found and the resistance.
Again, I'm aware of that. They're not going to find it tomorrow. They're not going to find it in a week.
How do you know? They were right down the way whenever we passed that way before.
Then it's not a very good hiding place if the moment you were all spotted, it gets tied back to it.
No, but they were in the area.
If we
And
did
they were
this job, it
bandits.
would be 2 birds with 1 stone. But if you want to risk the fact that a wizard might like us and want to listen, by all means, let's go do that. I'm fine coming back for this asshole at another time. I'm very good at waiting.
Meyer,
more time to
Sanson, your
prepare.
thoughts?
It's a party decision for sure.
Well, I ain't in the greatest headspace right now because I just kind of want to kill this asshole. I don't like the fact that he's kidnapping people. I don't like the fact that all of these poor people are suffering, so I'll go with whatever all of you want to do. But I do want to come back here and make things right.
Definitely on top of my list to do as well. But we also can't just go around slaying city officials, even if they deserve it.
No. That's why I wanted to keep it as quiet as a breaking and entering as I could.
Seeing as this guy has as much resources, he could also have traps, alarms.
Oh darn, if only I hadn't accounted for that or never experienced that before. But
Well, something
you seem set
Oh.
on this, so let's just leave it for now then.
Or something we might be able to do is you have Dan and maybe someone else, maybe Reuven. He's generally pretty good at sneaking around, so we cause a less, keep a lower profile. You can come back later tonight.
I'm not opposed to that. I can't sneak around for shit. Not in this armor. And I'm not getting out of this armor because...
And I'm not getting out of this armor. This is not happening.
If need be, I don't need much sleep. I could come with too. I can be sneaky sometimes, but sometimes my old bones tend to creak.
Your telepathy would be handy. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Be a spotter in communications.
Aye.
Meyer?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not overly helpful in most of these situations, so...
Everyone's helpful somewhere. Worst case scenario, the two of you could stick with... First off, Alan, we get you a fucking cloak. So that way your armor at least can be hidden at night. The three of you could be on watch while we nearby, like a few blocks away, while the two of us tried to sneak and get a look at it at night. He could communicate to us through our minds to let us know if bad things are coming or to check in. And this way we're not all of us scattered. And 3 sets of eyes on watch are better than 2. How does that sound?
I like it.
Seems like a decent plan, yeah.
Alright, if that's what you guys are gonna do. I need everybody to go ahead and take that long rest. I.e., I'm giving Sanson back his 13 points of getting crushed by a dog.
Can I go out and I know we're in the slums and things are shitty, but can I get a very either buy one or get one made from tarp, a very shitty big cloak, just to help give a pseudo cover for Alwyn since he's in that full plate?
I will say that back on the ship, you do have one.
Okay.
You have one set up. You're good to go.
See if that fits and covers up most of you for when it's dark.
All right. Who all is trying to make their way into this building at night?
I think it's Reuven and Havdan.
Reuven and Havdan. All right. Havdan, Reuven. Is anybody else going with them?
Yeah,
Only if they want us to.
I think I'm for sure going to at least be one lookout. If the other two don't want to go, that is also fine.
I'm gonna help look out,
Yes.
and we'll break down the door if we have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Is your telepathy 2-way or 1-way?
It's one way.
I would suggest he comes in with us, because if we end up going into like that underground thing or something, you guys would have no idea.
either that or he checks up. Do you need to be able to? Is there a range?
60 feet.
I'd say it's either he comes with us or he checks in with us on the regular.
Well, we can't talk back to him though, that's the thing. He can only send messages out.
I also do have the message cantrip that has 120 feet.
Okay.
There
we go.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Just
also have
can't.
something, but Meyer doesn't know it yet, so.
Yeah. It can travel through solid objects, up to a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, a sheet of wood, blocks. It will block the spell. So. And the spell does not have to follow a straight line. It can travel freely around corners, etc., and so forth.
This sounds like it
All right.
would do it for us.
Yeah.
And that one, yeah. So that one, I will be able to send it to you, and you guys can send a message back to me, and then I can relay it to the others as well with my normal telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay. Well, as we get up close, since I did have plenty of contact with that tax collector, I am going to cast
Yes, you did.
Locate Object.
How far does locate object work?
1,000 feet.
Put that in chat for me.
What objects are you?
And what object are you?
I'm looking for something he was like a necklace he was wearing, or a ring he was wearing.
You
That
did
would
have
been
plenty enough contact, so I think
plenty
that
of
would
contact,
probably
and
work.
we were, pretty much glaring eye to eye for a little bit there.
If the object is in motion, direction motion, spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. You were definitely within 30 feet. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object. Particular clients of certain parallel spell can locate an object. If can't locate an object or any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet blocks a direct path between you and the object.
You aren't gonna allow him. I have the same thing. I would have at least seen the guy there, even though I wasn't as close.
No, my thought is that last. So I'm not gonna give you a direct. This is where he is.
No, I'm just looking for a sense to see if he's in that building or not.
He's a lot further and down.
Also, just to reiterate, that's specifically lead. So unless this dude's house is like lead
Yep,
lined,
no, I got you, and that's why I'm giving. I'm not gonna give you a very specific this is where he is.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm not
you
looking
get a
for
sense
super
as the
specific.
direction. It's like towards the back wall, towards the city wall, and down.
I'm gonna relay this information saying he's not in the house and he's well below the house level on the other side of the wall.
So he does have a basement with some tunnels.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, lots of things happen down in secret tunnels that don't make it back up to the surface. Let's see if we can maybe get in, check the upstairs security, and see about potentially getting the rest of you in if we want to commit.
Alright.
Step by step, though. First step is getting in.
All right. So I'm going to pull Reuben in, and I'm pulling. I have Dan in, right? Just those two.
Yes.
Yep.
Did I
And
pull you two in?
it's
I
should have
loading.
pulled you
for me.
two.
Yeah, it's loading.
I'm at 98.
Same.
But before we break away, Havdan's gonna say, look, to keep it safe, I never want to put us all at a bigger risk.
Here, I'll just do this. This may help.
The priority is the goods, as much as we would all like to see this fucker dead. If we can't safely get the crystal out, we'll pull out.
All right.
Sounds
So I have you two in currently. Since you two are walking in, I need a perception check from either one of you, please.
But as they're doing that, I'm gonna use a focus to make sure that I get my spell slot back. I'm gonna use my class feature to get it back.
You got a long rest.
Well, no, I used it while we're in right before.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I was gonna say, can I give him advantage with help? But I don't think he needs it. We could fish for a crit.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll roll again and see if, like, 19's pretty good. Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay.
Second one was much lower.
Hey,
With that
advantage.
24, what you are able to actually hear, you hear at least 2 men talking. They seem to be further into the house. God, I hate these night shifts. Nothing ever happens in this damn house. I don't understand why we actually have to stand here and guard this place anyhow. I mean, who's dumb enough to actually come in here and try to steal from the tax collector?
Alright. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm kind of gonna give him the signal. 2 guards up ahead.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm so tired. I don't. Oh. Hey, if I fall asleep, you're not gonna tell the captain, are you? No, I ain't gonna tell the captain, man.
Could we have tried to do instead of like going in through the down, could we try like getting in through the upper story and working our way down into the house?
You can certainly try whatever you want to try.
What do you think, Irvin?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
All right, so
Start
you
at
guys
the
are gonna
top
try
and go
to try that window?
Yeah, let's try for that.
All right, if you're telling me there's another way that you want to go, you just let me know.
Will do. If he's down with it, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this better of cat burglaring our way in rather than trying to deal with 2 guards.
All right. So give me kind of some details on what you guys are trying to do, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I need to double check my backpack because I know I got rope.
Yeah, I have rope as well.
Do you have anything for climbing that would potentially help us with climbing?
No.
No pinions or anything? Okay. If the houses are close enough together and stuff, I imagine we just try, like, put my shield on my back. We try to climb our way up on some of these shittier houses. Because the shittier houses are, like, they're not too... Are they as tall? Or...
No, they're not as tall. They're all 1 stories.
So what I was thinking is that if this was a merchant's house, despite it being old and dilapidated, foundation's probably still good. I imagine if we climb up, get on the roofs of the other houses so we have that higher vantage point. I think the arrow trick thudding into a better part of the foundation. And that, like, potentially climbing over would be a better chance than jumping, because once you jump, it's like, where do you go? Through the window? There's no balcony or anything to land on.
Yeah.
I think that's our best bet.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
So you're tying yourselves a little arrow, right? Going to thump this wood in. First, give me a roll to hit.
I'd like to help him.
Describe how you are helping. I'm not going to say no, but you have to be able to describe how you're going to help fire this bow.
So I first help by tying the knot. I got good sailor's knots, and then I would like to just kind of help be a spotter for him, like, like a sniper and a spotter working together, and I like trying to help him pick his target. Like there, I think that's the good spot.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. First off, you have Dan. Give me with advantage, since you're good at tying knots. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Okay.
On this arrow.
That's first roll, and there's so.
Okay. And I will say he's helped you pick a nice spot out where he thinks that one of these rafters is not dilapidated by any means. He's telling you to fire. So I will give you advantage on firing this bow into this wood.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Still 14, but not too bad roll.
14 is going to do it. It's just a wood object. It's not terrible. Realistically, I was more worried about you rolling in that one than anything else. Okay. So you stretch out this bow, right, and you just hear. I need a stealth roll from either one of you on whether or not guards actually hear it.
I got pretty good stealth.
I think yours was higher than mine, actually.
So since I have to be like within 120 feet to communicate with them, can I try a distraction?
Oh God.
You could certainly try. What are you trying to do?
Nice.
What are you trying to do, Sanson?
Thaumaturgy. So, a couple houses down from like wherever they're at, I'll make like the doors kind of like doors and windows slam.
Okay. You will see one guard walk out to the entrance that they were originally come out of. Kind of walks out and starts peeking his head around, right? Trying to see where that sound had come from. They are on the side of the house. So you guys had rolled your stealths?
Yeah, it was a...
Yep, I saw it. You're good. Okay. You do not hear... The guard seems to have no alarm from Sanson. From your point of view. What are you going to do?
Alright. I think I'm gonna go...
Alright, hang on. With that same spell, Thaumaturgy, could I, open the window if it's unlocked without it, like, slamming?
I think it slams it open.
No, it's unlock the door or window to fly open or slam shut.
Yeah, fly open.
Yeah, like it would probably make some noise, yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard a window slam. It ain't a quiet thing.
Yeah, but
It was
what
enough
I'm
to get the
asking
guard
is,
to walk out.
what I'm asking is, could I do it without it slamming?
Are you using thaumaturgy?
I put it up there so you can see, but
I'm asking you if you're using it.
and not if it's gonna slam. No.
I think it would be loud, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the creativity. I think in this distraction, then Havdan's gonna look at him and go, "Okay," whisper to him, "Hold on to the rope. I'm gonna shimmy over. If it's locked, I'll unlock it. If it's not, you come in after me."
Okay.
I'd say tie that off somewhere secure over here.
All right, Havdan. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news.
The bad news is that your eyes can't see shit. It's dark in there. The good news, however, is that when you've touched the window, you were able to open the window.
Okay. So
You don't have night vision.
No, I don't have night vision. I just wanted to go up assuming it was locked.
Hold on. So the guy telling us to sneak into a house at night has no night vision.
Not everyone has night vision.
No
don't
one on
either.
this damn team has night vision. I think
I
Ruben
have
is the
night
one
vision.
dude who has night vision. No.
Don't make faces at me.
We'll make faces all night long.
No, what was funny is that when we were creating his character, we created his character custom made, and I asked him very specifically if he wanted dark vision or if he wanted something else, and he took the something else.
I wanted the skill proficiency. I do not regret it.
And internal DM wise, I was screaming.
Dark vision's handy. It's not end all be all. Anyway,
It is if you're only playing at night.
Well, how much light do we have coming in from outside? I mean, I know it's night. Do we have a big full moon at least, so there's light coming in through the windows?
Internal to the house, you can't.
it's dark in the house. I'm gonna signal for him to come up, and I'm going to just play it cool. I'm gonna listen while he's coming up. I'm gonna feel my way. Because you gotta sneak sometimes.
I'll tell you what, actually, give me a perception check. We're gonna see if you can kind of see. He makes a good point. Is there moonlight, right? You can still see some things in the dark, right? It's not pitch black.
And also, I was gonna listen too, so that works out. $26.
All right. So for tonight only, you're seeing some dim light here. I gotta try to think of how to do this. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna give you light at about 20 feet.
Can you make me an observer on him? I'm looking at the black screen right now.
It's because none of you are.
Okay. Now we get to see what we're looking at.
Can you see him now?
No, I'm not. I don't
I was
own a
looking
token.
at black screen too.
I don't have a token.
Yeah,
or anything.
we're at 98%.
Yeah, it's taking a second to load in.
I'm loaded in, but I don't see anything yet.
Okay.
But now, can you see anything?
No.
I'm down at the bottom part of the map if you're not zoomed out.
Let me do that.
I see some stuff now, but I can see a little bit.
Yeah, there isn't much you can see.
Well, I mean, he's outside the map right now, so on my screen.
Here.
There you go.
What a train wreck.
There
Right.
we go.
Hey.
Hashtag pro.
Pro
Hashtag
DMs,
pro.
all right?
Dynamic lighting.
Hashtag pro DM.
Dynamic lighting is always fun.
Hashtag I'm not talking shit because he's gonna do the same
I
thing to
still
me on
haven't
Wednesday.
loaded the map.
Yeah, I do.
So, peeking around in this immediate room, it seems like
So, you seem to be in some kind of kitchen area.
okay.
It's finally loaded in, but it says I have no tokens.
You do not currently have a token. We're still in theater of mind for everybody except for Habdead.
So it's a kitchen, but lights are out up here.
From anywhere that you can see, yes. So you see a little bit of moonlight coming in, right?
I'm gonna pop out and signal, tug on the rope and signal for Reuven to come up or come in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move over so he can come in through the window.
All right. You need any check for me to get across?
Now I'm gonna go ahead and give this to you just based off of your backstory.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and give that to you, and we will drop you right on in. Maybe, possibly, if I can. Come on.
There's two of them now on my screen.
I don't even have one on my screen. Dude, I think your internet's starting to,
I mean, we're under a tornado warning or watch, so.
There we go. Or
Yeah,
it's mine.
I have two Reubens.
Maybe it's mine. I don't know.
I just see
Literally,
myself.
ever since Twitch has stopped using the desktop app, I think me having Twitch is starting to screw with my computers. So I may actually end up putting Twitch on my other computer completely. All right, sorry about that. I'll keep that in mind for the next time. All right, so you guys are able to kind of climb into here. I need stealth checks from either one of you, please, as you have climbed into the building.
Gotcha.
All right. I'm not telling you whether or not anything's passed or failed. I'm just, okay.
We sneaky boys. I still don't see Reuven, but
Yeah, I see me, but I don't see you.
I had to refresh the page, actually.
I'll try
Yeah, I had
to
to
refresh.
refresh last time. I didn't see anybody in the marketplace.
right, so having come in, Reuben, you can see things a little bit more than he can. However, Havden, to your left, there's no door. It's just kind of an open entryway that seems to go out onto a deck. You see some moonlight coming from that direction. For you, Reuben, you see a door on your right-hand side. You can also see the same deck and a door right out or on the other side up here.
Okay. Move over to this one. I'm gonna listen first, see if I hear any noise coming from the other side, like somebody might be in there. This door.
Perception check.
I'm gonna have to follow his lead because Foundry's being buggy for me. Oh, here it goes.
Oof.
I have my token, but no light.
You do not hear anything.
Rolled an 8. I kind of open the door just ever so slightly to peek in.
Right back.
Or still nothing with that 8.
Okay. So you're opening up the door to peek in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you open up the door, kind of take a look in. There are a couple of chests in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of signal for him to follow me. And,
Okay. I'll stay pretty close because I can't see as far.
yeah. We're looking for one with an eye on it, right?
So
Just one of them, not two.
These chests that you're seeing are basically the equivalent to foot chests. They are larger chests. It's not something handheld by any means. It is something that has probably been carried by 2 people at one point in time. They are all locked at first kind of tug.
Well, I don't have anything to pick locks, so I hope you...
Hello, and like already got the thieves' tools. Hi. Why do you think I wanted to do this? I'm gonna start with this bigger one. We're playing it safe. So I'm gonna give it a once over for traps.
Okay. Give me a perception check or an investigation check. Let's do investigation. If you're doing by feel, investigation. If you're doing by sight, perception with disadvantage. Okay, just in there.
I need to return my plug-in on because I reloaded it, but it was a total of 23.
For investigation?
Yes.
Okay. So you feel around the first one. You're not feeling any kind of traps. You do feel a rather large circular padlock on the front.
Okay. I'm gonna try picking that.
Go for
it. Is it thieves' tools or do I roll sleight of hand? I forget.
We can roll sleight of hand for that.
Okay. There's my sleight of hand. Yep, went up. Got it set up right. 16.
16 unfortunately does not do it for that one.
Come back to this one later. And I'm just gonna go through each one doing the same thing. So
give me an investigation and a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Well, give me an investigation first.
Yeah, this will be the one to the right of it.
Yep. Okay. You don't feel any traps?
No, don't notice anything.
Hang on 1 second. How long does this last?
And then that's a nat 20 for the sleight of hand.
But you are able to pop this thing open.
Okay.
As you pop this open, the chest is filled to the brim with just random jewels.
Well, Reuven, you can pocket some of this if you want to pay back the assholes on the ship. Some.
I appreciate that, and I'm gonna do that. Just grab a handful of them, I guess, and stick them in my pocket.
I will tell you, we will go through it later, but just add a pouch of jewels into your inventory for the time being.
Right. I'll come back for this later. My priority is not this man's money. And last chest in the room. So checking for traps.
Nope. Again, you do not feel traps.
Yep. Ain't fucking around with it. And picking the lock.
Again, you're able to open it up. Copper shillings.
These are probably the majority of the taxes he's collected from these people. I don't know who he would have gotten jewels from in the other. I'm gonna take one last crack at that big one. Now that I'm warmed up. But I'm not gonna waste
I would give it to you. If you're gonna try it a second time, I'm gonna give it to you at disadvantage.
Yeah. Fair? Okay, is there a way to turn disadvantage on with this?
Yeah. When you click to roll, it'll pop up with a menu for normal roll.
Yeah, thank you. Oof.
You just can't, you just can't seem to get into that one.
I hope it's not in this one.
Reuven, you put all those jewels in, right?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check as you were putting those jewels into your pouch. 13. Something feels off. You can't quite place it, but as far as those jewels go, something feels off. You're used to be, you've had your hands on rubies and emeralds and things like that, and they got that real slick texture. This kind of feels rough.
So they don't quite feel like gemstone jewels.
Not what you would expect, at least.
Something's off with these. They might be fake, actually. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna take them with me.
Just a sec. I'm gonna head back to that chest real quick because he didn't take everything out of it. He said like a handful. I'm gonna take out a tinderbox and light a match, just so I can get a better, actually look at them.
Okay. So as you're looking at these, the light, you would expect a thing of jewels to reflect light very well.
Mm-hmm.
These are not reflecting very well. They're dull. Almost like if you had taken jewels and then rubbed them through the dirt and mud and just left it that way.
Can I roll investigation to try to see if they're fakes or something?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I didn't know if that would be the appropriate.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna turn off my disadvantage because I don't have disadvantage right now.
Nope.
Be 21.
These are what you would call in your industry the poor man's jewels. They're made to look like jewels, but they're
like costume jewelry.
It's almost costume jewelry.
Okay.
Well, these wouldn't be much worth to you.
Well,
You may be able to make a child happy with these, but you're not going to make anybody pay you a lot of money for them.
All right. Well, I think I'm just gonna take those back out of my backpack then.
I'm gonna put when he dumps them back in, stuff will close the chest, and I'll snuff out the match and put it in a pouch, so I'm not just leaving the shit around.
Very well.
All right. Well, let's get this first floor sorted out and see what the plan is after that. So lead on. I'll be right Behind you.
There is no other exit from this room.
What about up
Can
here?
see?
And not that you can see, no. And you can see pretty well in the dark, so.
Oops. Close the door on myself.
Oh yeah, we should do that actually. Close that behind us.
Yep. I'll close the door behind and just keep moving right at pace with you.
Did we relock those chests?
No, I did
It
not.
doesn't look like anybody's been here.
Did not.
You think we should?
I'm less concerned with it right now.
Okay.
Because there's no way for him to know it was us.
Can I listen at this door again? See if anybody's
Give me a
out
perception check. there. 17. You do not hear anybody. You do hear the crackling of a fire behind that door.
Gonna whisper to him. Sounds like there's a fireplace going.
That means there's someone in there. Check the next door. We got to be careful.
As you guys move up, give me a perception check, please. It'll cut my mic out, but Havden. Rel snores.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard Rel snore. It's not very ladylike. It sounds like a goddamn grizzly bear.
Yeah.
You hear snoring. You recognize it instantly. You hear snoring coming from... There's an open door directly on over to your left there. Right? Up and to your left. There is a open door.
Up here.
You hear... Yep. You hear snoring coming from that door.
Someone's in there asleep. We could probably risk a peek.
Okay.
And by we, I mean you, because you see better than me.
Oh yeah, it's lit up pretty well. There's another fire there.
So as you're looking in here, the room itself, while I wouldn't call it ornate, it's definitely way better than anything that you would expect to find in slums like these. It's better than the inn that you met Rel in. It's got clean carpeting. Everything's wooden floors, but there's not a layer of dirt or dust or gook on everything. Seems fairly well maintained. But there is a guard still sleeping.
Does it look like there's any chests in here? I can't. I'm having.
Does not.
Well,
It is so right here. You do see a kind of like a closet, but other than that, you've just got a table and a bed and a fireplace. That's it.
well, I really don't think it would be in that closet.
No. Really hope it's not in that one chest I couldn't open.
All right. Same thing at this door. $19.
19. You hear not a lot, but right before you go to open up that door, you just kind of hear the breath out of somebody. Does sound like sleeping. He's not snoring, but that 19, I'll give it to you. There is somebody in that room. Don't hear any motion or anything like that. You just kind of hear the shallow breathing.
All right. Gonna kind of signal for quiet.
No, I'm gonna be loud as shit.
And open the door. Let's see.
As you open up this door, I need a stealth check, please.
From both of us?
No, only from him as he is opening the door.
Gotcha.
Don't fail me now, dice. 15.
The guard still laying there, eyes closed. As you open up this door, it's kind of the same thing that you had seen it previously. You know, another closet, as it were. Table has been moved over to the corner. Guy's sleeping. Not a whole lot.
Alright. Wow.
Get that one other room to check.
Now, you can see this. You have a door to your right, and you stab that door that you had back yonder. However, it is 10 o'clock. And before we move forward, I do want to go ahead and end for the night. I told you I needed a kind of a shorter session.
That's fair.
I wanted to end at 10.
That's fair.
Alright, that's fine.
So
Yeah.
I think this is kind of gives you a little bit of suspense, right? What are they gonna find? Are they gonna find are they gonna find this? Are they gonna alert the guards? What are we gonna have?
We're gonna get shanked.
You guys are all kind of sitting out, waiting outside, right? If you hear an alarm, I'm guessing you guys are gonna kind of bust in, right? But
Yeah.
they haven't. They've been doing a fairly good job moving forward and sneaking about.
Yeah, I apologize to you guys. I'm sure this is pretty.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You guys move forward, right?
No, I would be clanking around and stomping all over everything.
Which you guys could have done technically, right?
I mean, we still can.
We're going to break the door down. Quiet.
Holy shit! Perry comes in with 6 months of tier 1. Look at that. Holy
Damn.
budget ducka.
Looks like we gotta keep streaming for at least 6 months.
We will keep streaming for at least 6 months, I promise. Hey, Paragon. We were actually going to go ahead and stop for the night. I have to fly to California tomorrow, so I needed a little bit of a shorter session. But for those of you who were hanging out, definitely catch us next time at the beginning. We're going to continue moving forward and see what they can't find or not find, or if they alert some guards, or maybe not. We'll see next time.
One chest I couldn't open.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one, and we will catch you next time. If you want to go ahead and raid Caustic since she popped in,
Yep.
go for it.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.